Honestly, I feel quite ill. Is it on? Are we on? Yeah, we're on. We're on.
We're on.
I don't know how to speak after that. I'm completely gobsmacked, genuinely.
Oh, wow.
I've got stuff written down. It's all gone blurry. Been looking around. It's totally amazing.
Wow.
I'm really, I'm going to cry. They were thinking I might cry tonight, but for other reasons. But it's all come out. Anyway, that's beautiful. That was so gorgeous. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
You've obviously been crafting songs for a while, I guess.
I have, yeah.
And just the raw openness was what hit me. Just this vulnerability, this powerful vulnerability, like an arrow to my heart or a lance through my soul. I was just felt pinned the whole time. It was just incredible. And I don't know if when you're performing, you feel that you're giving that, or in the writing you feel that, or how it comes to you in that way. I mean, are you aware of because it's the vulnerability and the courage that's so inspiring.
Oh,
wow. You're not being a weak person. You're an incredibly strong person.
Well,
that's how it feels to be that honest and vulnerable and laying yourself open.
I mean, that's amazing that you say that. That's just amazing. Thank you. I guess I never think of that in that way. I suppose when you write in your bedroom, you're writing to yourself. You're not really writing to anyone. But it kind of feels the same, even in front of people. And I'm quite a reserved person anyway, actually, in normal life. Well, not normal life, but in everyday life. It's just a different experience, I think, knowing that I just would rather someone feel that way, just as you have this evening, and just as I hope everyone has. And I know Chris was saying that earlier, if you can just, create a mood and allow people to express themselves, then that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
The atmosphere, you can cut with a knife here. It's incredible, really beautiful. I mean, I'm just stunned. And when I met you, you said, we were talking about what to speak about, and you just said, you can ask me anything, I'm an open book.
Yeah, well...
And you are an open book. It's like, it's all out there, you bring it all out. It's just... And I feel this is the very heart of what this is all about at Treehouse, and what the family here have brought and want to give to people. It's just a beautiful thing, and I'm going to carry on and ask you some stuff, but it's amazing. So, when you're writing, are you the open book? Obviously, it's coming from your own life, and it's very relational. It feels very confessional, and there's a lot about seeing, a lot about being seen. I don't want to get too into whatever. You said open book, so I'm going to go. But there's all this tone, and this just reaches everybody, obviously, because we all have that, and we all have that need to see and be seen and to connect, and it just feels very open. And I don't know if you're conscious in that way when you write. Are you kind of moving through emotional stories for yourself? Is it a healing thing for you? Basically, that's what I'm wondering. If it's a journey of healing, is your music a way for you to find resolution?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I think it's gotten harder as I've grown older, funnily enough. I think you can get so swept up with everything. But lock me in a room with a guitar or with an instrument with a lot on my mind, and almost not even then. I think you've got to really, really dig deep sometimes. And you've just got to be honest with yourself, and I think that's where I am with my songs. That's where I'm most honest. It's where everything's laid bare, and that's it's where I'm most vulnerable with myself. And that's before I perform in front of anyone. So
And then I think, for me, I can only speak for me, but I'm sure it's true for others that vulnerability, that honesty gives us a sense of freedom. It makes us feel we can be that, and we're connecting to that in ourselves. It gives us permission.
Absolutely.
So thank you for giving us permission, all of us, and that's a healing thing for us.
If you go ahead and
I was wondering about, because you've done BBC Introducing, moving on, with Joe Wiley. What's she like, by the way?
She's super cool.
Is she?
Yeah, she's really cool.
She's nice.
She's
I've always
really
wondered,
nice.
because she's great on the radio, you're like, is she really like that?
Of course.
She's cool.
No, she's very sweet. Actually, very quite shy.
Is
And
she?
she was super nervous. She even said like, "Oh, I've got to talk," because
Right.
I was like trying to tune my guitar, and I was like, "I'm not ready yet." You know,
Right.
asking Joe
Right.
Wiley to wait. You know, like, what a thing. But no, she's really, you know, just like everyone
Right.
else.
And how did all that come about for you? How did the BB Introducing session come? Did it come from them? Did they find you? What was the story with it?
It's simply as I put my my song on the BBC Introducing Uploader, which is what anyone can do, like anyone can.
Hear that, Chris? Anybody? and Wick Gutler. The Gins,
absolutely. And BBC Introducing West Midlands, they're just so super supportive of everything that's going on. It just so happened that BBC Introducing on the wider scale, obviously we're doing the BBC Music Awards in Birmingham, so it was by chance that it happened that way.
Wow.
So they were going to they said, well, let's shine a light on Birmingham artists, which was fantastic.
Right. And there's so many of them.
Exactly.
And the talent's ridiculous.
And it's not kind of done enough, so it was
Anyway, it's just too much for me, too much.
So, for the folks back home, do you want to say a little bit about, I mean, where are you from and where's your background? What's your background? Are you from here?
I'm not. I'm from Nottingham originally, but this is.
You've moved east, basically?
Yeah, I
Go
suppose so.
east, my son.
Go east, that's it. No, this is. I consider Birmingham my adoptive home.
Yay.
Absolutely. It's,
I love Birmingham, by the way, in spite of my earlier apparent comments, but it was all good. No, my big heart. So, how long have you been here now?
probably about 5, coming up to 6 years. I would say.
But you're from Nottingham. You've lived there all your life.
Yes.
Do you feel what about Nottingham? Has that been informative in your writing, or is it because you're much more relational? I guess is it much more about the person for you than the place? Or the...
Yeah, I'd have said so. It's about the people that I'm surrounded by. And, yeah, that kind of thing.
And have you always performed solo, or do you ever collaborate, or?
I've been working with a couple of session musicians, which has been absolutely fantastic, brilliant. Ben Markland and Joel Barker, fantastic musicians.
Okay, and what do they play?
So Joel is percussion, and Ben is like double bass.
Nice,
bass
upright
guitar.
bass. Yeah, lovely. So is that for the whole kind of recording stuff?
It isn't, no.
Oh,
it's
you're just
more
performing that?
For the live aspect. So the more recording stuff is quite different.
Beautiful.
But it's, it's...
Maybe we should come back. Maybe you could come back and do some more with them. That'd be brilliant.
Absolutely.
And where can people find you online? Do you have a website specifically? Or?
Yes, it's Hannah, that middle line, I don't know what that's called, brown.co.uk, and you can find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Great. Well, I mean, I'm finally finding my senses again, I think. But that was extraordinary, and I feel really privileged to have you tonight in the show, and I just want to thank you again. And please give a warm welcome, warm round of applause, please, for Hannah Brown, everybody. Thank you.